At my mom's retirement party, I brought her a $12,000 gift. She opened it, looked at me, and said, "You should have given this to your sister." So, I took it back and handed it to the waitress. "Then let her pay the bills," I said, as I pulled out my phone and removed my name from their mortgage, insurance, and emergency contacts. Mom said that line like it meant nothing. No thanks. No smile. Just a cold, careless comment, like brushing crumbs off the table. I stood there, holding my drink, watching her push the box away like it disgusted her. Inside was a diamond necklace. Not just any necklace, but one I had custom-made just for her retirement. It cost me $12,000. Weeks of planning, phone calls, and effort to give her something special. And all she could say was that. Then my dad laughed, actually laughed, and raised his glass. "Well, your sister always had better taste anyway." A few cousins chuckled awkwardly. My uncle cleared his throat. My aunt looked away. No one stood up for me. No one even reacted. That's when I realized it wasn't about the necklace. It never was. It was about the place they decided I belonged, on the sidelines. The dependable son. The quiet one in the background. The emergency contact, but never the priority. My sister, Emma, sipped her wine, calm and smug. "Honestly," she said, not even looking at me, "she deserves it more. She's been through a lot." I didn't argue. I just took the necklace box, turned around, and walked across the room. The waitress, stacking glasses by the bar, wore a name tag that said Maya. I handed her the box. When she hesitated, I smiled and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "Then let her pay the bills." Gasps. Clinking silverware. My mom's sharp inhale like she swallowed glass. I didn't look back. I didn't wait for them to get it. I pulled out my phone, opened my banking app, and removed my name from everything. The mortgage, the life insurance, the emergency forms. 3 taps. Done. That's the moment I set myself free. But this story didn't start here. It started long before diamonds and parties. Long before the public insults. It started with the small ways people show you you're useful, but not valued. Now I'm ready to show them what happens when the reliable one finally walks away. I didn't always have $12,000 to waste on people who didn't care. For most of my 20s, I was barely surviving. Working 2 jobs, living in a tiny apartment with a leaking ceiling, my bank account always close to empty. But I made it work. Because I thought that's what family does. You help. You show up. You carry the weight so others can stand tall, even if it breaks you. My mom, a retired teacher, used to call me her steady one. It sounded nice, but really, it meant you never complain, so we'll just keep asking for more. It started small. A little money to fix the furnace. Emma's school fees got tricky. Dad's insurance lapsed for just a month. 1 month became 12. I paid their mortgage for 3 years. No thank you. When Emma crashed her car in 2019, I paid the repair costs. When Mom needed dental surgery, I wired the money. When Dad called, crying because his business partner cheated him and they might lose the cabin, I saved that too. I even paid for their dog's knee surgery. I didn't even know dogs had knees. Then Emma started treating me like an ATM. "Can you send me $300 for groceries? I'll pay you back Friday." Friday never came. "Can I use your credit card, just for now?" Now turned into months of debt collectors calling me instead of her. The moment I finally said no, Emma posted this on Instagram. "Some people only pretend to care until they're done being useful. Glad I know now." People commented, "You deserve better. Stay strong. Family's what you make it." And my mom liked the post. Then came Emma's birthday party from hell. Her 30th. They rented a rooftop bar downtown. DJ. Open bar. Fancy cake shaped like a designer purse. Guess who paid for it? Me. Mom told me, "Just until your sister gets back on her feet." Emma wore red-bottom shoes to the party. Real Louboutins. She toasted with expensive champagne I couldn't even pronounce, while I drank a cheap beer that I paid for. At the end of the night, I saw Emma whispering to Mom. They both laughed. Then Mom turned to me and said, "You've always been the responsible one. Honestly, I don't know what Emma would do without you." It didn't sound like a compliment. It sounded like a curse. That's when I quietly started stepping back. No more money transfers. No surprise payments. Just silence. That's when they started turning the family against me. It began in the family group chat. Emma, some people pretend to care but disappear when you need them most. Dad, I raised a son, not a bank. Mom, it's sad when people forget where they came from. Then Emma dropped the real bomb. She messaged the group. I just want to say this before anyone hears it elsewhere. My brother told me he doesn't consider us family anymore. That I'm a burden. That I ruined his life. I never said any of that. But no one asked me. Not even once. The replies came fast. Sad emojis, praying hands. We love you, Em. Even my aunt posted it on Facebook. Suddenly, I was the villain in a story I never got to tell. Then came the hard drive. A while back, I had helped Emma fix her laptop. I made a backup of her files, just in case. I forgot all about it until one night when I was cleaning my storage unit and found the old hard drive. I wasn't looking for trouble. I plugged it in just to check. What I found shocked me. Dozens of screenshots. Fake texts. Edited messages that made it look like I had threatened her, called her awful names, told her she was worthless. The dates didn't make sense. My words were cut and twisted. One fake message said, "You're dead to me." It was actually from a totally different chat, where I was joking about a TV show. She had been preparing this for a while. Making fake proof. Lying, just in case I ever stood up for myself. There was even a voice message, pieced together from old voicemails to make it sound like I yelled at her. I played it 5 times. The tone changed between lines. It sounded fake. But to people who already wanted to believe her, it would be enough. That's when I realized it wasn't about money. It was about control. I was the one who fixed everything. So they broke me to make sure I kept doing it. But not anymore. Then I saw the email Mom accidentally forwarded to me. He's not a problem as long as he's useful. If he ever stops, we'll make it impossible for him to leave. They didn't see me as family. I was just a tool. Something to use when they needed help. That's when I started planning. First, I called the mortgage company. Then the insurance agent. Then the hospital where I was listed as next of kin. Removed. 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 3 years of being financially tied to them. Gone in 2 hours. They didn't even notice. Not until the party. The $12,000 necklace. The moment I placed it in front of Mom, and she looked me in the eye and told me to give it to Emma instead. That was the last straw. When she refused to show even basic kindness, I did what I should have done years ago. I gave the necklace to a stranger and walked away. But I wasn't done yet. Because I had proof of Emma's lies. And I was ready to use it. It all came together at the second dinner. The one my parents begged me to come to after the party. After the necklace incident, I ignored them. No calls. No texts. Not even when Dad left a voicemail saying, "You always ruin nice things." Then Mom called. She wasn't crying. She was calm. She said they wanted to make peace. That things got out of hand. That Emma didn't mean it. She said they were having a small dinner. Just family. Just the real ones. I smiled when she said that. For once, we agreed. I said I'd come. What I didn't tell her. I was bringing someone else. The dinner was at their house. Everything looked fancy. Clean tablecloths, candles, fancy napkins. Emma wore pearls. Dad wore his retired real estate polo. Mom smelled like wine and had her usual fake smile. I brought a flash drive. I also brought a second phone with backup files. And I brought Jake. Emma's ex, the one she said cheated on her, threatened her, ruined her life. The same Jake she accused me of defending, saying I hated women. Jake rang the bell exactly 4 minutes after I did. Emma opened the door and nearly dropped her wine glass. "What is he doing here?" she asked. Jake smiled. "You'll want to sit down for this." I let him talk first. Jake pulled a black folder from his jacket and placed it in front of Dad. Then another in front of Mom. And finally, a flash drive for Emma. "Everything she ever told you about me was a lie," Jake said. "Here's the proof." I printed the emails, bank statements, photos, even screenshots of Emma chatting with 2 other guys while she was still with Jake. She had been planning to blame everything on him, with fake screenshots showing messages like, "I'll ruin you." Dad tried to interrupt. I stopped him. "Sit down. You need to see this." I plugged my flash drive into their living room TV. The screen lit up. First slide, a screenshot of Emma's Instagram story from 2 weeks ago. Some people deserve to be exposed, even if they're family. I looked at everyone. Let's do exactly that. Second slide, the fake text Emma made using Photoshop. I showed the real timestamps and compared them to the fake ones. Third slide, the fake voice memo. I played her edited version first, then played the real voice clips she stole pieces from. The tone didn't match, it was clearly cut together. Fourth slide, an email Mom sent to Emma calling me an emotional problem with a good paycheck. The room went quiet. Fifth slide, a letter from the mortgage company confirming I had removed my name from their house. Sixth slide, a video of me deleting myself as their emergency contact. Seventh slide, an email I sent to the IRS reporting Dad for forging documents to get a fake veterans tax benefit. Then came the final proof. Remember that veterans grant you used to file your small business claim? I asked Dad. They don't like fake military records. I opened a document on my laptop, Dad's military record. The section for active service? Blank. They're already investigating, I told them. And you can thank yourself, Dad. You left the proof on your shared computer. Mom's mouth opened, but no words came out. Then Jake stepped forward. He pulled out a letter from a lawyer and placed it in front of Emma. "This is your formal notice," he said. "For slander, invasion of privacy, and using fake messages to hurt me. Expect to hear from us soon." Emma jumped up and screamed, a wild, angry scream like something had broken inside her. "You planned this. You're trying to ruin me." Jake stood up. I stayed seated. "Not trying," I said. "Already started." Emma stormed upstairs, slamming her door so hard a picture fell off the wall. Dad's face turned red. He opened his mouth, but I cut him off. "Save it," I said, standing. "You all showed me what family meant when you handed my gift to the past instead of respecting the one who paid for your future." Mom started to cry. "Don't," I said. "Fake tears won't work. I've got the proof, and soon, so will everyone else." Suddenly, a voice came from the hallway. "Is this a bad time?" Everyone turned. Grandpa was standing in the doorway, Mom's dad. He was 84, holding a cane and a folder. I hadn't told anyone he was coming, but he had asked to. He walked over, dropped a manila envelope on the table. It slid across like a final warning. "My will," he said. "Updated." Emma's name was blacked out. Mom gasped. "Dad, you can't be serious." Grandpa nodded. "I'm very serious. That boy paid your mortgage. That girl lied and burned bridges for fun. You think I'm leaving her anything?" Then he looked at me. His eyes were old but sharp. "You're the only one who ever showed up without asking for something." I swallowed hard. "I've made mistakes," Grandpa added. "But not today." He turned and left. Emma didn't come back downstairs. My parents didn't say a word. I walked out without saying goodbye. Outside, in the cold, Jake smiled. You really did it. I shook my head. No, I said. I just started. 3 days later, I went viral, but not because of what happened at dinner. Because of what I posted. The video was simple. No yelling, no crying. Just me, sitting in my apartment with a laptop and a folder labeled receipts. I looked at the camera. When my mom retired, I bought her a $12,000 necklace. Custom made. Beautiful. She looked at it, then looked at me, and said, "You should have given this to your sister." So I took it back and gave it to the waitress. Because in 3 seconds, a stranger showed me more thanks than my family did in 30 years. I clicked the folder open. Screenshots, payment records, voice memos, emails. Proof. I'm not looking for pity, I said. I'm just telling the truth. Then I explained everything. How I paid their mortgage for years. How Emma faked messages. How my parents believed her. How they turned on me the second I stopped paying. I showed proof, names covered, faces blurred, but enough for people to understand. At the end, I said, I'm not bitter. I'm done. Family doesn't mean loyalty. It means honesty. I posted it just to get it off my chest. But in 48 hours, it had over 4 million views. People from all over the world messaged me, Brazil, Finland, Nigeria, saying they'd been the responsible one, the forgotten one, the walking wallet. Reddit exploded. Twitter turned my mom's line into a joke. You should have given this to your sister. Became a meme for betrayal. Reporters called. A small podcast covered it. Then online news outlets. Then even big names. Vice, The Guardian, a segment on a financial news show about toxic family dynamics. But the best part? My family saw it. I know because they texted. Aunt Linda, this isn't how family solves problems. Uncle Greg, your mom's heart is broken. Please fix this. Then came the fake apologies. Emma, I think we misunderstood each other. Let's talk. Mom, I don't remember saying it like that. You always twist my words. Dad, just a thumbs up emoji to my story, like a coward. Then came the final move. Emma posted her own video. She sat in her bedroom, fake crying, perfect lighting from a ring light. Emma made a video talking about mental health, forgiveness, and how family problems shouldn't be shared online. It completely backfired. Within hours, people pointed out the lies. Someone even found her old post where she bragged about the BMW I bought for her. The caption read, "My ride or die, thanks to people who believe in me." The internet tore her apart. One person commented, "This aged worse than milk in the sun." Another posted a side-by-side showing her fake messages next to the real ones I had shared. The top comment, "You should have given this lie to your sister." She deleted the video 18 hours later. Then came the apologies. Aunt Linda, I had no idea what was really happening. We love you. Uncle Greg, you're not just smart, you're strong. I see that now. It was too late. I ignored them all. Instead, I posted a short video. Just me, sitting in my small but bright office. Papers on the desk. A framed business license on the wall. The camera zoomed in as I hung a simple sign over the door. Sons who say no. Financial consulting. We help you cut the cords that were never love, just leash. It blew up. 300,000 likes overnight. Because while they were falling apart, I was building something. I turned all the attention into a business. I partnered with a legal group that helps adults cut ties with toxic families. I started a weekly email called Exit Wounds. I launched online courses like how to get off their mortgage, without guilt. Within a month, I made back the $12,000 I spent on the necklace, 5 times over. People asked how it felt to be known for walking away. I said, I didn't walk away. I finally walked toward myself. Just for fun, I donated $12,000, the same price as that necklace, to a charity that helps foster kids become independent. I posted the receipt with a note. In honor of the real family I never had. May this help someone who actually needs it. Guess who saw it? Emma. She shared it to her story with one word. Well, I didn't reply. But I posted something else. A photo of my new office. My face, calm, smiling. The necklace box, closed, sitting on a shelf. The caption. Still not your emergency contact. But thanks for the inspiration. It's been 3 months since that dinner. 2 since the viral video. And exactly 47 days since Emma texted. Can we talk? I never replied. Not because I'm angry. I'm done. I don't live in their drama anymore. I live in peace. Each morning, I wake up in my own apartment. Sunlight comes through the windows. Silence fills the space like a reward. No voicemails. No guilt trips. No family group chats. No, hey, can you just... 2 weeks ago, my mom called. She left a voicemail, soft, careful, embarrassed. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. If I ever made you feel like you weren't enough. Your sister's struggling, but we miss you. Maybe we could talk sometime. She ended it with, "You'll always be my son." For the first time, I heard that and felt nothing. Because the truth is, I was never really their son. I was their backup plan. Their ATM. Their safety net, until I stopped. Let me be clear. I'm not broken. I'm rebuilt. For the first time in 33 years, I don't owe anyone anything. I'm not on their mortgage. I'm not on their insurance. I'm not listed as an emergency contact. They replaced love with expectation. I replaced obligation with silence. And you know what? Silence is priceless. And for me, it's worth at least $12,000. These days, I get messages from people around the world. Your story gave me the courage to cut off my toxic dad. I finally canceled the auto payment I was making for my sister's credit card. I bought myself flowers for the first time in years, because no one else did. I print those out and hang them in my office. That's the only family tree I care about now. Last week, I walked past a jewelry store. In the window, a pendant, similar to the one I bought my mom. I stopped for a moment, then walked inside. The clerk smiled. Shopping for someone special? I smiled back. Yeah, me. I bought it. No fancy box. No big moment. At home, I hung it on a nail by the front door, next to the keys. It catches the morning light like a reminder. Never again. Oh, and just for fun, I changed my phone number. And to top it off, I bought a billboard. Nothing fancy. Just plain black text on white background, right outside their neighborhood. You should have given this to your sister. The son who left. Bottom corner. Sons who say no. Let them read it. Let them explain it. Let them live with it. As for me, I'm already writing the next chapter. And guess what? They're not in it.